morning and welcome back to the shop. I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers to the channel and say thank you very much to the continued supporters and to all the folks that have viewed the last video I put out. It got a lot of attention, and I just wanted to say thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. It's the best one I've had in a long time, so thank you again. Okay, we're going to get back to the C10 today. The pinch welds, I've cleaned all the rust and everything up with a angle grinder and a 36 grit disc, and I used a little cutoff, 2.5, 3-inch cutoff wheel to grind the welds out. Now, up on the front pinch weld, I drilled all the way through, as well as the back pinch weld. The pinch welds on the inside of the doors, I only drilled through the inner roof panel, so you'd have like a little circle of the spot weld left. That's where this comes in, because you want to just grind that little bit off and not go all the way through, and then you can finish it up with this. Now, the inner roof panel is laying inside the truck. This is my hole punch, and it punches a 5/16 inch hole in sheet metal so you can recreate spot welds. Now, I did the inside above the doors on the inner roof panel, because that's where I'm going to, or how I'm going to weld that. And then, like I said, I drilled through here, so I just had to get the EDP coating off all 4 sides of the center of the new inner roof panel. So this side over here on the passenger side fit good. The side over here on the driver's side, like normal, it didn't. So we had to do a little finessing to try and get that, and I'm going to keep working with that until it's ready to go in. And then once I get everything to where I'm satisfied with it, to where it looks good, we're going to come back and I'll show you how, basically I'm just going to clamp it in, and what I have is called pinch weld pliers for welding. And let me find them right quick. Okay, these are my pinch weld pliers. What it does is like vice grips. You put it where you want to weld and you clamp it. It helps hold the 2 panels together, but the good thing about this is it has a copper backing pad. And what that does is, if you do have a hole all the way through it, this serves as the inner piece or the sheet metal, and it doesn't it keeps the weld flat on the back side, which is what I'm trying to say. And also too, if you didn't drill all the way through, you can still use it, clamp it down, and what it does is, when you're spot welding, yes, the metal is going to get hot, but that brass plate will absorb the metal and allow you to weld that spot weld up without burning through. So, it saves a lot of work. So anyway, let me finish test fitting this and get this going, and then we'll come back when I'm ready to weld it in, and we'll start welding it in. I did get the hole in the roof fixed, and I did spray some rust kill primer on the inner outer panel, or the inside of the outer roof panel, so it won't rust anymore. Well, let me go on ahead and get this going, and we'll come back and get this panel welded in today. So stay tuned for that. All right. Yeah, I know I kind of look funny, but protection. So anyway, I was able to get this corner, the driver's side corner, to fit better. I got it clamped in and took a dent puller and welded some studs to the inside, and then took the slide hammer and was able to pull it out to where it's almost flush. And it really doesn't matter, because it's going to have seam sealer in there anyway. But I will try and pull it out just a little bit closer afterwards, after I get everything welded in. Now everything is clamped in. I've got my pinch weld pliers right here, and it's really nice and flush, so there's no gap in it. You just have to be patient. I got my welder set as low as it'll go, and so let's keep our fingers crossed and hopefully this goes smoothly. Okay, that's one. I got about 100 more to go. Now, when I'm done with these, I will take and grind them down flat, so when the gasket for the windshield, rear window, windshield, all that stuff goes in, it doesn't have a gap in it and causes it to leak. Good afternoon and welcome back. It's a couple of days later. I came down yesterday and finished welding the front pinch weld in off camera, but we're going to go ahead and finish up grinding the welds down and getting those smooth so that the seal will seat around the windshield. So, and like I said, all I'm going to do is just take a little angle grinder with a 2.5, 3-inch wheel and just grind the welds down until they're smooth, and we'll move on to the next one. But I did get the outer rocker panels yesterday, so once this is done, hopefully by tomorrow all this will be done. I'm going to go back over the factory spot welds to make sure they're all filled in and stuff, because sometimes you miss a little spot or whatever. So I want to make sure all that is filled in so it's not able to get water or moisture or anything in there. And then we're going to move on. In the next video, we'll do inner and outer rocker panels and floorboard and cab corners. We'll do that, so that's going to be a pretty good video there. Also, I got parts in this week for the new Super C. I got the hydraulic touch control temp gauge and sending unit, and I got the thermostat, the water temp gauge and sending unit. So I got those in. We'll be putting those in hopefully this week. So Anyway, let's go ahead and get this finished up so we can move on to the next projects. Alright, I got everything done. I went back and filled the big spots. The little spots like this, that really doesn't matter because I'm going to take a 36 grit disc and go over it and get this kind of smooth, and then I'm just going to skim it with a very light coat of filler. Especially in these corners like this and stuff where you can't get in there really good, so I want to make that nice and smooth. Walk around here, look at the insides. Let's see. Yep, you can see right there, that's done. Everything looks pretty good, and by using the pinch weld pliers, you can see that it's flat right there, so it doesn't leave a lot of body work afterwards. Same thing here at the front. Everything's done. We'll clean that up. The edges here, I'll get to where you can see it. The edges here aren't quite flush, so we're going to take a flap wheel, make those flush, and there's the other side. Well, like I said, that's it. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to the continued supporters. And we'll see you soon. Like I said, we've got the videos for the floorboards coming up and changing out sending units and temperature gauges. I'll get it out. Well, have a great night, and we'll see you later from Old Red Tractors.